Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video I'll be playing the Tier 10 British Tech Tree Light Tank, the Vickers Light. This is a vehicle that, I don't know, a lot of people have very mixed opinions on. It has 300 damage per shot, pretty good DPM at around 3,200, and because of that, it's super easy to perma-track people or get behind them and rip rate of fire out. It also has Hesh, which means that you can deal substantial damage if you get weak spots of opponents. It has like 180 millimeters of Hesh pen. It's nothing crazy, but it is enough to cut through most mediums frontally, and you'll be able to cut through most heavy tank weak spots. For example, T110E5, T110E4 lower plate, anything like that, Rhino lower plate. But once you get to the sides of your opponents, that's really when the high explosive feels really nice on this vehicle. Now, unfortunately, the Vickers Light does not have great turret armor anymore, as Wargaming nerfed it, and while its mobility is pretty good, it's definitely not nearly as good as the other light tanks, because this vehicle has more of a medium playstyle than rather a light tank. But because it still has good view range, and because it still is very mobile, it kind of covers two boxes at once. So we're going to see exactly what we can do here in this battle. We're going to start by moving on up right into this bush here. There you go. We got the enemy E4. We got a lot of tanks. Got the T100. That was just a bad shot for me. I zoomed in accidentally just a teeny bit too much, which caused a shell to miss. But we still got a nice shell into the enemy T100 once. The E4 missed me. And, okay. Well, we obviously have the E50 on our side. There you go. Look at that. A high explosive shell for 416 damage. It's pretty good, actually. Now, I don't love this predicament we're being placed into here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and leave. We have plenty of mobility to get out, and, oh, we got the 268. Not able to high explosive pen, but, well, I don't think it matters. That 268 is no longer with us. We have the 57 Heavy, which I get a nice 300 high explosive shell into. And now that 57 is going to start pushing our WZ-111-5A. Okay. Well, we're just going to get to the rear of this 57. There you go. Another nice 360 damage high explosive. Put on our adrenaline. Another nice 388. This is where the really good DPM of this tank feels super nice, right? We're able to rip out shells at that DPM. We're able to use the high explosive and just cut through everything. We got the 100 over here. There you go. 328. I should mention this vehicle has 350 damage per shot with high explosive, so it's actually pretty good damage per shot. We have the E4, we have the T100. Let's aim it on the side of that T100. I don't want to be shot by the E4. Oh, nice, that works. Okay, well, let's aim it on the side of that T100 LT. At this point, the enemy team is basically cooked. We have the E4 side. There you go. Nice 349 high explosive. E100's going to out-reload me. And that leaves just the Caro left. This was honestly a really, really good game to showcase the Vickers Light. We had the mobility, we had the DPM, we had everything we needed in this battle to rip into our opponents. We get a nice high explosive into the rear of that Caro, and wow, that Caro took a lot off that Leopard. 1145. Unfortunately, it took away some of our damage as well, but I'm not going to get too mad. We did over 3,000 damage, we had a super easy victory, and this really showcased kind of the prime example of where the Vickers Light can do really well. You never want to be the main source of attention. The moment everybody's shooting at you is when things become a problem, because you don't have premium ammo. You have Hesh. So E50M, M48 Patton, E100, whatever it is, the moment they start aiming frontally at you is the moment you can't do anything. So what you need to do is you need to use that mobility, you need to get to the side of the enemies, and then you can start penetrating those high explosive shells. Now the enemy team has a TVP, they have a Leopard 1, they have an E50M, so they got 3 medium tanks. We'll see what we can do here. Hopefully we can do pretty good. Alright, let's go. We got Black Hawks in the E50M, and we are going to move up here. Alright, what do we have? M6 show, WZ, alright. First things first on this map, I usually like to move right into the spot here. And the reason why is because if you're fast enough, you can spot enemy tanks as they cross over there. Now, unfortunately for us, it seems like that's not going to be the case right now, but that's okay. We're going to knock down this tree, and I do have to be very cautious, but in this position here, oh, there you go, nice shot into the enemy 50. Let's back up. Ooh, I don't like that Ho-Ri being there. That's a nasty spot for the Ho-Ri, and I'm not sure why our Leopard backed into that, but yeah, that's not great. However, our E50M is making a decent play moving up. Hopefully they don't get bled too much, because with that play, I can try and support my teammate. We have the Ho-Ri over here, which we're going to aim in a Yeah, we'll go for a high explosive. Not bad. 316. It's a pretty easy pen. And let's see, Hovery's backing up. We get another nice high explosive pen, another 360 damage. Again, we can see that Hesh, right? The gun's accurate. The DPM feels pretty good. We're able to rip out those shells pretty reliably. But we do have a lot of tanks over here, which is a big threat. I literally can't do anything to the Hovery. But you know what? 70 damage high explosive is enough to bleed that player at least a decent amount. We have the Foch over here. Let's aim it on that Foch's side. And boom, 344. Put on our adrenaline. Let's see if we can get another shell into that Foch. Ah, not able to. But that's okay. We're still dealing damage. Ooh, imagine if that had penned. Okay, well the Foch is probably going to back up. Let's see if that Foch does. Maybe not. Come on, Foch, back up. Come on. Nah, I don't think he's going to. But that's fine, because if the Foch doesn't back up, either way he's kind of cooked. We get a nice shell into the enemy E4. Let's reload. 3, 2, 1. Not able to get another one out, but the Foch is now dead, which is obviously pretty important. We have the Kron in front of us. There you go. Nice 314. We're up to 2,000 damage now, which is pretty good. We're going to aim it on the lower plate of the Kron. There you go. Nice 326. Reloading again. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Another nice 378. Again, this is where the Hesh on this vehicle feels just so nice, because we're ripping out these shells. The enemy really can't counter me. We're going to reload again, aim it on the 50. There you go. Easy clear. 200 damage. Now, we do have to be a little cautious because I'm not scared about the TVP. That one bounced. Oh, no. All right, well, that guy's dead. We have the Leopard, who was last spotted right over here. And I'm just going to chill right in this position. I don't really care about the E4. We're going to get a nice shell. Leopard is now a one-shot. We're going to ignore the Leopard. We're going to aim it on the lower play of the E4. There you go, nice 340, and then we can just squeeze right onto your side, and cooked. Well, there you go. 2 pretty good games for the Vickers Light. This battle we ended up dealing 4,000 damage. So, as we can see, this vehicle is actually pretty fun. I know not everybody loves this tank, but I do think in a proper position, when you're using the gun depression, when you're hull down, and you're able to rip those shells out, it does do pretty good. I mean, just the Hovery alone, 2 penetrating shots did over 700 and... Actually, I guess we did 3 shots because we high explosives, but still, 750 damage. We took 845 off that E4. The Foch with 1 pen, 340. Leopard, 400. The thing is, right, you have 300 damage per shot, which is really, really low. But your DPM is already pretty good at 3259. So if you're ripping out Hesh shells, which deal an additional 50 damage per shot, your DPM with high explosive is more like 3006 to 3800. And that is actually really good. So I do like the Vickers Light a lot. I still think it's a really good vehicle. Overall, I'm doing pretty good in it win rate-wise, 91%. My average damage is definitely on the lower side, but hey, winning 90% of the game says that this tank is still putting in the effort. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video and put in the effort to click that subscribe button down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.